Hey creatures, it's me, Harrold, and we're here in the comic book lab talking about a new #1 first issue. We visited our local comic book shop and picked out the shiniest and the brightest of the first issues. And it's gonna go to Captain Henry and the Graveyard of Time. Here it is. We got it. #1. It's a #1. Time to read the #1. #1. Captain Henry and the Graveyard of Time by Mike Mignola and Bruce Zick. If you're any kind of comic book fan, I'm sure you recognize the name Mike Mignola, and this is from his Hellboy universe, says there at the top. So I shouldn't have been that surprised when I was completely lost when it began. I feel like there's some kind of pre-established knowledge going on that I'm unaware of. So that's a strike right off the top, but that's the only really big strike I have. Looks like the artist, Bruce Zick, has joined up for this Hellboy spinoff. I don't know how it attaches. I know there's a huge universe going on. I may be jumping in the middle of this, but that title is like really drawing me in. Captain Henry and the Graveyard of Time. I could say that all day long, just all day long. Captain Henry and the Graveyard of Time. Captain Henry and the Graveyard of Time. It's so much fun. Someone stop me, please. Anybody, please stop me. No, really, stop me. So the only preamble they even give us here is 1880 London. And then we just jump into it that this guy's old grandfather's ghost is stuck in a polar bear, and he's like talking to this other guy who doesn't really introduce himself at all. And there's also this lady here who I think is a part of the team. I think she's a psychic that like helps communicate with one another. Again, not really established. I think this is assumed, so I may be completely wrong here. There's a lot of assuming going on in this comic. I had to piece it together, read it a couple of times, but it seems Captain Henry is a part of a team, and they're trying to exorcise this ghost. It's his grandfather stuck in the polar bear. So they built this suit, and I guess they're gonna jump between realms and like prod out that evil ghost. So the team cranks up the engine, and Captain Henry jumps into the parallel universe, the Ghostverse, and they don't even have a name for it. And he's looking around until he runs into the dude's grandfather, the grandfather's manifestation of fear, which is like this giant snake, and he starts fighting it with the prod. And he's like, take that, snake. I'm gonna Ghostbust you. This is kind of like a Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters, Captain Henry and the Ghostbusters. They should do a crossover, because this is basically a Ghostbusters, I think. I mean, it really feels like that. Sure, they put Captain Henry into a suit, and then they launch him into the spirit realm. And then, in the last moment, it looks like it's about to work, and the suit comes back, and the snake's been defeated, and the ghost is gone. But Captain Henry has disappeared. The suit even came back, but it's empty. And his team is all sitting there all bewildered, like, what just happened? Ghost is gone, the dude's happy, looks like we did our job, but Captain Henry's just poof, gone. I don't know. It's a mystery, guys. Flash to Captain Henry. And now it looks like he's in the proper graveyard. He's looking around, and he realizes he's completely alone, and he's lost his suit, and he's looking around, and there's all these machines, and if you look at them really close, they've got like clocks, and they all kind of look like time machines from the movie Time Machine. Some of them have seats and like little thrones and like control panels. Some of them are giant towers. And there's Henry. He's just kind of walking around until like doom, 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 and this giant man going tick, 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 and then the issue ends, and that's it. I kind of think it's a fun, like, little encapsulated little story there. I'm a little lost with the team, but with enough context, it kind of finally made sense. And the Captain Henry character isn't fleshed out in any way except that he really likes being a soldier. So if you're not immediately aware of the larger universe, you might be a little lost of what's going on here. But once it gets rolling with the suit, comic kind of flows. And I enjoyed that last piece where he's kind of with all these Mobius machines, I guess we'll call them. Mobius time machines or whatever. They all look like the time machine from the movie Time Machine, the 60s one. really. Or the H.G. Wells ones. Those are Wells machines, and then some of them are giant clock towers. I don't know what the motif they're going with. Maybe a couple of them mashed together. We were happy that we picked this one up. Maybe it'll go on the wall. I really do like that front cover. And Mike Mignola usually knows how to give a little suspense and mystery with his universe. So how this fits into the larger universe, I have no idea, because I'm not attuned to that. So leave a comment if you are and tell us how it fits in between all the other comics, if it does at all. But until then, we'll see you next week with a new number 1. Thank you for coming along with us, creatures, and be sure to hit that like button. Remember, stay frosty. Rah!